ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Welcome back. It was we had a bit of an extended break there, about 3 days between episodes, but it's time for us to continue. We're back with the Baltimore Orioles franchise mode, getting ready to start year number 3. We had just finished up the off season in the last episode. And we're getting ready to roll here for year number 3. We're up here at spring training. It's a good time. Let's get rolling here. Right off the bat, we're going to quickly jump into a contract extension issue. Corey Seager really is the only guy I'm worried about. Everyone else really can kind of wait, in my opinion. Looking at the roster, we have a pretty solid roster for the year coming up, but I think that I want to extend Corey Seager. He's turned into an amazing player for us, a fantastic hitter. He can hit against any side, left or right. And, excuse me, he can hit against any side, left or right. And, yeah, if you look at the roster, I feel like Hall and Vavra just aren't there yet. I'm enjoying the fact that I can have them conditioned down there in the minors still. And I think that Seager is going to remain our number one option even when we bring the two of them up here. So I'm going to go ahead and extend Corey Seager. He wants 5 years at $22 million. That would take him to age 32. I'm going to go ahead and offer 6 years with an AAV of about 22.5. I think that's a fair offer for him. It takes him until he's 33, 34. I can do math. Takes him until he's 34. And yeah, he's got the star role, which is where he should be. So let's go ahead and offer 6 years at $22.5 million to Corey Seager. And he is here. All right, so we've extended Corey Seager long-term as our long-term option. Him and Hall will be able to operate, and Vavra kind of as a 1-2 punch there at short. So that's really nice to see. John Brebbia, looking for a 5-year deal at $3.2 a year. Yeah, he's going to want more money the less years that we give him here. I can always try and kind of jip him a little bit, I guess, but we're only able to take him so far. I think a 3-year, $3 million extension for Brebbia is okay. If he doesn't take it, not the end of the world, and he's there. All right. So we get him. We've got Seager. Severino is going to be a last-second decision. It all kind of hinges on the development of Chase Velow at catcher. So Velow's a 73, Severino's a 79, Rutschman's a 79. So if Chase Velow grows to about a 75, 76 this year, I think we let Severino walk. If Velow does not grow enough, we always can bring Severino back for one more year, but I think his time with us is coming to a close here in Baltimore. So Ryan McMahon, yeah, he's looking for big money. I'm gonna have to wait with him until the budget updates at the end of the year. Definitely a guy I'd like to get signed long term. He hit well for us last year, an OPS of 849, which was a career high, above his average, everything. So I'm definitely excited to keep him here for the long term, but we'll wait to extend him. Same with the likes of Jahmai Jones. Tanner Scott, maybe. Can I pick him up? No, $3 million a year. Ain't exactly the deal I'm looking for. So we'll wait on the rest of these guys. But something interesting I wanted to show everybody. We all remember where this team was when we took over. We are now the 13th best team in the majors. We are ranked 13th, at least in terms of on paper. We have the 5th best contact hitting team, the 8th best team in terms of speed, and our pitching, which was an abysmal last when we started, is now up at 4th. So we might not be known for power hitting or defense necessarily, but we're there, which is really great to see. And even better, that bullpen that I was talking about, I think it's in trade talks. Look at that. Closers, relievers, we have the best bullpen in the major leagues right now. Our bullpen... depth chart. Yeah, our bullpen is ranked first in the majors right now. Ozuna, Green, Brebbia, Biddle, Lakins, Scott, Hall, and etc. We are the best bullpen in the major leagues, and we love to see it. Our starting pitching does have some work to be done, but there are a lot of young guys in there that are growing, so I'm pleased with it. Now it's up to us to kind of improve the field a little bit, is where we lack. So let's see what we do here in spring training. We'll kind of burn through it. Started off 0-1. And, all right, we're taking a lot of losses here off the jump. Holy cow, are we bad? Holy cow. I hope this is not indicative of the regular season because this is atrocious. Oh my. At least we're getting kind of hot towards the end, but 9-18 is not promising. Not at all, but let's hope that was just the fact that we were playing our depth a decent amount. As we head to the regular season, the roster should have auto-trimmed down to about, the 26. So let's make any moves we got to make right here. So DL Hall has made the jump. Keegan Aiken, he regressed, I think, down to 71. He was at 72 last year. So we've got Syndergaard, obviously, is our 1. John Means sitting in the 2 spot. Eric Lauer will be 3rd. Matt Thompson 4th. And DL Hall will make his first official starts, I believe. Yeah, did not. He appeared in 10 games in relief, but he will make his first official start for the Baltimore Orioles in our 5th game this year. Another one of our guys of the future that we're going to get to see up here. In addition, we've got Aiken as the long reliever option in the bullpen. Down in AAA, Suzuki, Ladwig, Lopez, Trotter, he's ready. Trotter is ready. So Jared Trotter, the 18-year-old, we'll bump him up to AAA there. And then Eshelman, Franco, and Lang. And we can send a couple of these guys down to AA just to even out the numbers a little bit. So we got 6 and 6, and then 1, 2, 3. We got Jesus. Remember drafting him? No, Jesus Hernandez. Let's go ahead and stick him in AAA. Put him in AA. Rico Cora, another draft selection. Get him up there in AA. Oh, now they've got 7. They've got way too many starters, but these guys can all pitch. I'm not worried about that. James Bond, the 19-year-old. He's still kicking around on there in single A. I don't think he's necessarily ready to be brought up to double A just yet. All right, relievers. We've got Green, Brebbia, Biddle, Lake, and Scott. And I would really love to see Adrian Almeida get up there. He was a free agent acquisition for us. I would really love to see him up here, I think. I think he's ready, So we'll see. Maybe he can start the year in AAA. We got 6 relievers if you count Aiken, so we'll start him in AAA. If he does well, we bring him up. If not, leave him down there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go ahead and get Joe Gatto up into AAA as well. That'll give them 5 relievers there, and then the next 5 can sit down there in AA. Isaac Matson, and now they've got a buttload of relievers down here. These are the guys. Hunter Shriver's we're gonna drop him down to Class A, and we'll drop Mejia down to Class A. And that gives him 5, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it gives him 5 relievers. Closing situation, same as usual. We're gonna make the switch there. Steve Padilla, he's gonna start the year in AAA. Hunter Harvey will start down in AA. And then Evan Phillips is down there in single A developing. So we've got our pipeline there of closers. At catcher, Rutschman Severino to start the year. Velo, I guess, is going to start in AAA. Did he not? He didn't see the MLB last year. That's right. So Velo will start in AAA. If he does well, we bring him up. We signed a couple of catching prospects in the name of Henry and Langeliers. These are 2 24-year-olds with B potential, as well as this guy, Santi Sanchez. He, I believe, also was a free agent acquisition. So our catching core is kind of loaded right now. I don't want to saturate it necessarily, but I think that the guys that we have in there are okay for this level. So we'll start with Henry and Langeliers, and then these guys can stay in AA for right now in terms of Sanchez. And Henry and Velo, and then we'll do Sanchez and Langeliers. And then Brian Torres can split time in AA as well, but then the rest of these guys are going to be demoted to single A. And that's where they'll be at. Alrighty. Over at first, Mancini, McMahon, Mountcastle are the 3 that will start the year for us in the show. Eugene Lynn, the 23-year-old, is progressing nicely. He is progressing very nicely. So he's looking good in AAA to start the year with Todd Sneege. We're gonna Todd C. Yeah. So with Todd C down there in AAA, that looks good. We got the 2 in AA and the 1 in single A in Mr. Albert Pujols, who is still kicking around here. 43, going on 44. Hasn't played in the show since 2021. But he is playing within the organization. We can always bring him up and put him back on the 40-man if we have to. So he's playing down there in single A. And, that's that. So, second baseman, R3 at the major league level, Sanchez, Urias, Jones, and then Santiago at Triple A with Wendell Rio and Diego Santos in Double A. Over at third, it is going to be Ruiz starting in the show with Benito Pina. In Triple A, Quincy Wiley gets the bump to double. And then Mandy Alvarez will drop down. Yeah, I don't even want to put him in single A. He can go to double A as well. We're going to have to drop some guys down here eventually, and this is where it's probably going to happen right here. So, Reynald Delgado, our shortstop core is just, we're kind of stacking up on shortstops. So, we're probably going to have to move some of these guys at some point this year. Because Reynald Delgado will drop to Triple A. Adam Hall is almost ready, but what really worries me is his lack of power. He is a pure defensive contact hitter. Which really scares me. Whereas Taron Vavra they're both not great power hitters, let's be honest, but they're both speedy defensive players, which our team not desperately needs, but defense is our worst category at 15th. So I'm not inclined to let go of either of them yet. If one of them had to go, it would most likely be Adam Hall. So right now they're both going to start the year in AAA. Gunnar Henderson gets the drop down to Double A, where I suspect he'll rake, but hopefully he will grow while he's down there. David Masters will be in Double A as well, the 29-year-old. Actually, we're going to, probably an unpopular move, but we're going to throw him down in Single A because we have to dump a couple guys off of Double A down to the Single A level. In terms of our left fielders, this is what we look like. We've got Dahl, Benoit, Fairchild, and Knight. Center field, we look about the same. Monte Harrison, this was another free agent acquisition. I believe I made this one off camera because I was searching through the free agent list after I stopped recording the other day, and this was a guy that I found, Monte Harrison, 26 years of age, A potential, was just kind of plopped in the middle of free agency. Nobody had really approached him yet. So I figured I might as well give him a shot. He hasn't batted amazingly historically, but his stats are about average. So he's going to start in AAA for us, and he's got the A potential. Maybe he'll develop into something. You never know. Him and Austin Hayes are about the same age, so you never really know. And then obviously we've got Stowers down here in AAA. And yeah, the rest of these are probably about where I'd want them to be. So yeah, we're going to maybe switch these two guys. We're going to switch one for the other. And let Darren Blanco develop a little bit. Chris Cespedes will be in Double A to start. And then Santander, obviously, our major league right fielder. So that's where we're at. We've got two excess people in Triple A. So somewhere along, or in Double A. So somewhere along the line, we have too many players. I think it's the starters, isn't it? Yeah, honestly, they've got 7 starters. So let's drop Jamie Evans down to Class A. And let's drop... I don't know. See, it's all my young guns down here. That's the problem. It's all my young guys. You know what? AAA can stand to get another pitcher, so let's go ahead and throw Alex Lang up in AAA. Let's do that. We'll throw Alex Lang up in AAA because they can stand another pitcher, and now, yeah, okay. So, we got 6, 7, 5, 2. We're good. Alrighty. That's that. The lineups up here. I'm really not going to change these just yet until we get into the season and I can see how people are starting to hit. The only change I'm going to make is switching Seager to the 4-hole. There we go. All right, so now we're there. As far as the pitching rotation goes, this is the rotation we're going to run with. Syndergaard, Means, Lauer, Thompson, and D.L. Hall with Aiken, Biddle, Scott, Lakins, Green, Brebbia, and Ozuna in the bullpen. So we're ready. Our pitching somehow got worse in the course of that time, but I'm not worried about it. Yeah, not worried about it. We'll be fine. So, we're starting off against the Yankees. We're going to send Noah Syndergaard. They've got Garrett Cole going to the mound. Here we go. Let's get year number 3 underway. We should have a good bit of sinning. Let's get a sip of coffee and let's roll. Alrighty, let's do it. Noah Syndergaard, Garrett Cole, game number 1 of the season. And we start things off with a win, 8-1. We get to Garrett Cole early. He only makes it through 2 2/3. Noah Syndergaard goes the full 9, strikes out 10. There we go. All right, off to a great start. John Means and Davy Garcia. A 3-0 shutout victory for your Baltimore Orioles. And then game number 3 of the series. Can we start off with a sweep? Eric Lauer and Domingo Germain. And we do a 5-4 win for Jesse Biddle out of the bullpen. And we're off to a flyer. It's a 3-0 start for the Orioles. All right, here we go. Matthew Thompson, Brendan McKay against the Rays. And Matt Thompson got hit hard there through 4 innings. So 13-5 loss. That's all right. DL Hall, this is his first start as a Baltimore Oriole. One of our top prospects against Dakota Hudson and the Rays. And we'll auto-fix the lineups for the Tide. That's a 6-1 loss. It goes on Hall. Pitched pretty well. 10 strikeouts through 6 1/3. Not bad. But here we go. Let's not get reverse swept here. Come on now. Syndergaard and Yanni Chirinos. And that's it's 2 sweeps to start the year, but we're 3-3. Tampa Bay, they're off to a flyer 6-0 here. So... Long season ahead. John Means, Chris Sale here against Boston. That's a loss. Eric Lauer, Mike Clevenger. That's a loss. And Matt Thompson, Joey Lucchesi. That's a win. All right, 4-5. We're doing all right for ourselves here. Slipped a ways back here of Tampa. They are just hauling it away here to start the year. But let's see what we can do. DL Hall, Davy Garcia. And that's a loss there. Hall not pitching well here. Noah Syndergaard, Domingo Germain. And that's a 4-2 victory. Chad Kuhl, the man that we let walk. Don't come back to bite me in the butt like this, Chad. Don't do it. You don't have to do it like this. You know what I mean? You don't have to do this. And we win 11-5 with the relievers picking up the decisions again here. Jesse Biddle with 2 early W's for us. So, 5-1 against the Yankees, and 1-5 against everybody who's not the Yankees. Interesting start. Here we go. Eric Lauer, Joey Lucchesi, and that's a loss. Matt Thompson, Jordan Montgomery. That's a win for Matt Thompson. Beautiful. DL Hall, can he get his first win in a start? Aaron Nola. No, 5-3 loss. Ugh. 6.19 ERA through a month. Not looking good, buddy. All right, here we go. Syndergaard and Dakota Hudson. That's a win. John Means and Vince Velasquez. That's a loss. We just split with the Phillies. All right, we got 4 games left in the month. Let's burn through them here. Lauer versus Smeltzer. And Eugene Lynn with a bruised shin. We'll keep him active. Stuart Fairchild, he breaks his arm. Let's go ahead and get him on the IL. That's a win for Eric Lauer, his first of the year. Matt Thompson, Jamison Tyone. And the Tides in trouble with their lineups again. Biddle and Chaffin with the decisions there, a 5-7 loss. Hall, come on, buddy. DL Hall, Josh Lindblom. Can he pick up a win here? No, he loses again. I think I got to drop him. He's got to go back, boys. He's got to go back. We can't be doing... I don't want to ruin him. How bad is it? He's cold. Is he growing at least? He's not even growing. Is Matt growing? No. It's only been a month, albeit, but... I mean... His stats just look terrible. With the exception of strikeouts to walks, his stats look just bad. I'll give him one more month for the 23-year-old, but If not, he's either going to the bullpen or he's getting benched. Like he's getting dropped. Because look, we're already 4.5 games back here at 9-11. Finish out the year with, jeez, another loss. This is not good. Not a good start. We are off to a bad start here. All right, John Means, Tyler. Maybe we got to correct ourselves. We got the Rays. They're 12-9. So let's see what we can do here. They've cooled off after their 6-0 start. Here we go. That's a huge win. Eugene Lynn is back. Big win for John Means there. Eric Lauer, Ryan Yarbrough. That's a big win right there as well. Matt Thompson, Brendan McKay. That's a third win in a row. Beautiful. DL Hall, Trevor Richards for the sweep. And we lose it 2-0, but it's not his fault. Well, we'll say that's on Lakins. All right. Now to the White Sox. They're 18-8. We're 12-13. Let's see what we can do here. Syndergaard against JT Brubaker. That's a win, 9-1 for Noah Syndergaard. John Means, Stephen Bro. I'm going to say Bro. Eric Lauer, Dylan Cease. That's an 8-0 shutout victory. Beautiful. All right. So we're back up to 500 here, 14-14. I'll take it. We're in second, but we're 4 games back of Boston, so we're going to have to pitch well against them, play well against them, everything well against them. Matt Thompson, Derek McCahan. Doesn't matter because we lose it anyway. All right. DL Hall, please, can you get a win, son? His ERA is dropped by like a whole 2 things. So a whole 2, I guess what you call it. But he's gotta grow here. So DL Hall, Casey Sadler. There's a win, and it's Keegan Akins. All right. Noah Syndergaard, Marco Gonzalez. And that's a loss. Noah Syndergaard's first of the year. All right, so we dropped 2 out of 3 to Seattle. We're back under 500. The New York Mets, John Means, Jacob deGrom. This could be rough. And Eugene Lynn. Oh, he's injured again. It's okay. We win there. 4-3. Means picks it up. All right. Eric Lauer, David Peterson. That's a 9-2 loss. Put Lynn back in. Matt Thompson, Taijuan Walker. And that's a 5-0 win for Matt Thompson, who's having himself a decent year after he had a bit of a downer last year. All right. Here we go again. DL Hall, he's facing Chris Sale, so I don't really love his odds that much, but DL Hall against Chris Sale. Oh, please tell me it's his. There we go. Finally, DL Hall picks up a win, his first win in a start in an O's uniform. A 5-2 win. He's finally got a win. All right, the monkey's off your back now, buddy. You went 5 strong. The monkey's off your back. Go out there and pitch for us, buddy. Go out there and pitch. Here we go. Let's start catching up to Boston. Let's start eating away at this 4-game lead. All right, Noah Syndergaard, Mike Clevenger. That's a 5-1 loss. Hey, win the series. Just win the series. John Means, Joey Lucchesi, and an 11-3 win. There we go. All right. Beautiful. All right. Tampa Bay, 3 games set. They're tied with us for second. We got to have these. Lauer and Yarbrough. That's a loss. Thompson and McKay. That's a win. And then here we go again. DL Hall, Trevor Richards. And that's a loss on Lakins, though. All right. 20-20. We're sitting at exactly 500. Dead even. All right. Syndergaard and Hyun-Jin Ryu. We've seen this guy how many times in our tenure here in Baltimore. Well, he gets the better of us there. Syndergaard's 3-3. I don't think that's necessarily his fault, though. The offense kind of failing to come through for him. John Means against Sean Manaea. That's a 4-3 loss. Langlier's our catcher down there in Double-A. Dislocated a shoulder. He'll be out for a month. All right. Eric Lauer, Frankie Montas. The Bay Sox will fix their lineups. That's a no. We just got swept. Well, not swept. Can we save it? Please save it. And Jahmai Jones, just a few days. We'll keep him active. Yeah, we got swept. 4 games in a row by the Oakland A's, who, to be fair, are on an absolute flyer at 35-11. So I can't really blame us too much there. All right. DL Hall, Chris Bubich. Oh, my gosh. We're blowing up. 6 in a row right here. Looking at 7 if we can't figure it out. Syndergaard, J.C. Cloney. Shin contusion. Oh, my God, just win ball games. I don't understand how this is this hard against freaking Kansas City. If we get swept twice in a row, we're going to have to make changes here. Yeah, we avoid the back-to-back sweeps, but now we're what? 5.5 back. That's a miracle that we're only 5.5 back. I know we're not even close probably to the wild card race, right? 8.5 out of the wild card race because they're already, 12 above. I mean, what do we do here? Our pitching is 5th. We're one of the better hitting teams. Is it our defense maybe? Is the defense what's screwing us here? Or we're ranked 14th, so we should be beating, you like think on paper, beating 50% of teams in the majors. So I don't know. I think I think maybe we're young. Maybe last year was like an anomaly for a young team like this. But let's get through the month. We pick up a win there over the Yankees. John Means, we'll get him back in here. Gunnar Henderson, get him back in here in the minors. Matt Thompson against Matt Boyd. That's a 7-1 loss. And Henderson gets back in there, injured himself again. Oh yeah, there we go. Let's go to the player draft. We're going to be picking probably in the later area, up 19th. All right, let's see what we can pick up here. We got a shortstop that'll be ready by 24, but I don't need any more of those. Another starter, but we've got starters coming through the pipeline right now. Another starter, a closer, another closer, a reliever, another starter. How about this guy, Leonard Machado? He's a starter, but he's only 19 years of age, so there's plenty of time for him to grow. He got the 80 potential, 70 in overall, so he'll be about above average overall. Let's give him a shot here. Okay, Leonard Machado. There we go. All right, let's get to round number 2. This guy looks pretty good right here already off the bat. You probably don't like the way that I draft, and that's A-okay. Jimmy McIntyre, from Iowa. Again, he got the 70-80. Low injury risk. All right, let's give him a shot. At third, Jimmy McIntyre. Third baseman of the future. All right, competitive balance. Oh, we got a competitive balance round pick. Oh, I usually don't get these. All right, well, we got an extra selection here. Let's see what we can do with it. I think this might have to do something with our market size maybe, or our budget size. I don't know how they decide these. I honestly have never looked into how MLB decides who gets a competitive balance pick, but maybe Montez, maybe Darren Romero. Montez with that 80 potential looks really nice. And he's got the extra year, but he's already 23, so how about this guy, Paul Haney, a first baseman. Let's go with him. Paul Haney right here in the competitive balance round. All right, we're back here. Round number 3. Montez is still on the board. We'll do Armando Fernandez, this guy from the East, the 70 potential. Montez now moving to the top of the boards, but he's still there. We'll go at second with Chris Kane. I'm drafting these kind of fast. The issue is, and my mind isn't really on the draft. It's more on like the season here, because if we let this get too far out of hand with the losing, we're going to get ourselves into a position where regardless of what changes I make, we will not be able to pull ourselves back into the race. And that's where we run into a very large issue. So here's round 6. I think there's only 2 rounds left, right? There's only 7. Is this it, or is there 7? I think it's just the 6. Calvert, Brendan Shaver. Let's go with this guy. Let's go with Ricky Connolly. Here we go. And that's it, right? Yep. All right. So that's the end of the draft. Let's exit. Let's go ahead and sign our draft picks. See, do we get any All-Stars? Anyone with a lot of potential? No, but hey, Leonard Machado is going to turn into something here. That 84 potential looks all right to me. So let's get him on a deal for next year. McIntyre's got 78 potential. Let's get Paul Haney in here. I don't think anyone's necessarily a bust except for Connolly down there at the bottom. I think is kind of a bit of a bum, but he's already at his potential. He's 60 overall, 60 potential, so probably won't turn into anything amazing for us, but hey, what are you going to do? Okay, so, yeah, we're up here. It's June 1. Let's check the roster. Is anybody ready? Suzuki's grown again. 6-3 down there. Only 13 walks issued in 59 innings. You know, it might be time. It might be time. DL Hall is striking people out like it's no one's business up here in the majors. He's going to be something nasty, but you know, I think it might be time. Aiken, it might be time, buddy. I don't know. It's looking real tempting to put Suzuki in that bullpen right now. Maybe I'll give him one more month. Adrian Almeida, he has grown now. He's also grown, and he is pitching lights out down there in AAA. All right. He's looking good. Valdez is literally just dying over here on us. The poor guy is still going, but a 10.8 ERA in 1 inning of work down there in AAA. And yeah, let's drop him to AA. Let's move him down. Valdez, you're getting sent down to AA, buddy. I'm sorry. We're going to go ahead and pull up Isaac Mattson to take your spot. It's purely business at this point. You're falling off the cliff, and I just can't keep, doing this to you. Just can't keep doing it. So we're going to bring up Jake Haberer, let him pitch, and get Griffin Jacks out of there. There we go. Closers, all the same to us. Harvey's grown, Padilla's grown, Osuna's growing, so our closers are looking okay. At catcher, we're looking good. Look at all these guys down here. These guys are swinging for the fences down here. Velo has grown. He's 74, as has Rutschman. So Severino, it might be your time, buddy. It might be your time. He does expire after this year, so come the deadline, if we are selling at the deadline here, then then Severino might go. Everyone looks good here. We're looking okay over here. Short is going to be the big question. No one has grown yet. Okay, so no one's grown yet at short. Hall has not. Vavra has not. And Seager is still... He's actually dropped in overall, so I'm guessing it's just momentum. I'm sure and even then, he's still hitting 294 for us, so we'll keep an eye on that situation, but everything over here, yeah, Monte Harrison, he's looking good. I think we just need to switch. I think it's just a rough patch, It's a rough patch. But all right, here we go. Let's get through June in the video, and that'll be it. Let's get through June here. DL Hall, Garrett Cole. Even if we aren't doing well, it's growing pains. I know we had the winning record last season, but it might just not be our year. We just can't let it get out of hand here. There's a win. John Means, that's a loss. Eric Lauer against JT Brubaker, that's a win. So we got it's just the same thing. We got to go back to our old strategy. Win the series. Win the series every time. Just win the series. All right, here we go against Boston. Matt Thompson, Jordan Montgomery. Corey Seager bruised his shin. We'll keep him active just a few days. He'll be all right. Pirates offering us a trade for Chris Cespedes. They are offering us a shortstop. I'm just going to preliminarily decline that. DL Hall against Aaron Nola. That's a loss. We got to split it here. Syndergaard against Sale. Can we save it? Please tell me we can just save the series here. There's a win. Corey Seager's back. Put him in there. John Means, Mike Clevenger. That's a loss. Jeez, oh Pete, we just suck. I don't understand. Lauer, Ross Stripling against Toronto. These are 3 that we have to have. Thompson, Romero. Another one. Golly, I just can't get away from the injuries in this game. Another win there. DL Hall, Felix Pena. That is a much-needed sweep right there to keep us in contention. If we were going to have any hope of doing anything, we needed that sweep desperately. Now we've got a Detroit team that is looking like absolute garbage this year. Again, these are just games we have to have. All right, here we go. Noah Syndergaard, game 1. John Means, there's a win. Eric Lauer. Adley Rutschman, strained tricep a couple days. We just got shut out by the worst team in baseball. Oh, I love to see that. I love that. I love that. Shut out by the worst team in baseball. That is just fantastic momentum right there, isn't it? I don't really think I'm going to want to take this deal at 73. We've got another guy already. You got to be kidding me right now. We just dropped a series to freaking Detroit, who is sitting in dragon butt behind 15 games out of the wild card at 19-44. We dropped a series to them. That's just embarrassment right there. We should have swept those guys. Here's another team that probably should be sweet, or we should be taking at least 2 from. We should take both of them, and instead, there's a loss. Win a game. Win games. I don't. We're putting it together, but win games. It's impossible that we're this bad. Jordan Trotter, torn hamstring, 1-2. We just can't get away, dude. Our minor league is getting decimated with injuries. The majors, we can't seem to find a stupid win to save our stinking lives right now. Just win. We should be probably to flip the record. We should be able to 7-8 games over 500 with the teams that we've played, and we're sitting here dragging behind in 4th in the division. Rico Cora, another injury. Oh, are we surprised? I'm not. It was a win there against the Yankees. For whatever reason, the Yankees and the Blue Jays are the only team in this division we can beat. We just, I don't understand why we have so much trouble beating everybody else that isn't named the Yankees. Like if we look at our like series against the Yankees, we've lost 1 series, we've won the rest of them. You can't make this up. But back end of the month here. Back end of the month. Let's just try and end on a high. 3-game set against Houston. Per the usual, they're 16 over 500. Here we go. Thompson and McCullers. Oh, Eugene, figure it out down there, dude. Holy cow. Injured every other day. Figure it out. Hall and Jose Urquidy. I figured out I was actually saying that wrong. I said like Uriquity or something like that. I apologize because I heard that on the radio the other day, like a guy say it, and I was thinking about it, I'm like, wow, I've said that horribly wrong for the entire series. So Jose Urquidy against DL Hall, who's 2-6. And the Tides, oh, go figure, they don't have a lineup because they can't get Eugene Lynn to stand in there for 2 games without hurting himself. Syndergaard and Framber Valdez. All right, here we go. Syndergaard and a huge sweep of the Houston Astros right there. All right. We're 3 off of 500. Let's see if we can get there. John Means, Shane Bieber. There's a loss. Eric Lauer, Zach Plesac. Are we going to give it right back? Oh, you bet your butt. We are going to give it all right back. Yeah. Let's give it right back. A sweep, and then we get swept. You win 2, you lose 2. We just can't get away from it. We just can't. We're mediocre at best. I don't understand. I don't understand why we're so stinking bad at this game. And then we beat Toronto. We beat Toronto, right? Of course we beat Toronto, the whipping boys of the division. Let's go ahead and look. Let's go ahead and look at the standings. Look at that. Look at that. Stuck in 3rd again. 7 games back of Boston. Running away with the division. I don't get it. I don't get it. There's no words. I don't have any words. I've got to look. I'm going to have to do some research off camera and figure this out because this team is too good to be playing this bad. Even though we aren't that great, we're not 35-40 bad. We should be above 500. I've got work to do, boys. I've got work to do. As always, that's all I've got for you. I appreciate you sticking to the end of the video and hanging with us. If you like what you saw, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other sports gaming content. We've got a new NHL series coming out real soon here on the channel. It'll be a sprint series to the end of NHL 21, and then we'll be starting over come NHL 22. So it's going to be a good time. I hope you'll stick around and be a part of it. And if you didn't like what you saw today, just pretend it never happened and look the other way, and we don't know each other. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm going to figure some stuff out, hopefully, and I will see you in the next one.